Hey, YouTube! Welcome, my beloved, beautiful YouTube family. Welcome back to another episode of Binding of Isaac Daily Dose Edition Monday, the 14th of December. Holy shit, we only have 11 days left. That's wild. Welcome back to Monday, the 14th of December edition. Binding of Isaac Swag Edition. Yeah, I said swag. Sorry, did I catch you off guard? I'm bringing it back again. I'm making it cool again. This is just step one. I'm planting the seed. I'm playing the mind games. Everyone's going to be saying it 2 months from now, and you're going to be looking back and going, damn, isn't it so cool to be friends with a trendsetter? I'm getting there. I'm going to get there. Welcome back to Isaac. Fresh new week. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday. I don't know when this is going to go up. I have a busy day today. But I hope you all have a great week. I hope you all have a great Monday, but yeah, I hope you have a great week. I feel like the last week was a bit up and down for some of us, but I hope it's a great one this week. We have a fresh new, brand new, fresh bun out of the oven. How do I do the daily challenge? Press tab. 23 hours, 56 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm fresh into it. I'm supposed to go for my haircut like right now, but then my hair is just such a mop that I had a shower and then it takes forever to dry, so I'm still waiting for it to dry. I haven't slept yet, so this is going to be another one of those. I don't know if the rambling's going to be a bit much. I have some topics to talk about. I have some stuff to talk about today. I don't know if the rambling's going to be a bit much. Let's see where we're going to. It's a hard run. It's a hard one though, so we might not make it that far, to say the least. I have some stuff to talk about, so we should be fine. But if I just end up rambling again, I'll just say what I said yesterday. Just go back and watch Saturday's episode again. A second time or a third time, because at least I actually said something of note in that one, which I didn't do all yesterday. Not that it matters. I mean, these episodes, they're the same thing. They're the same. Well, let's check the leaderboards real quick first, and then I can make this joke. See how we finished yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was a rough one. I died on the last floor and finished 3,300. Josh beat yesterday's run and finished 2,200. I haven't had a chance to watch his full video yet because he put it up as I was playing Genshin with NSL and Spink, and then like 10 minutes after he put his episode up, we've been playing for a while already, like 10 minutes after his episode he put up, we raided Josh's world, and then I played with Josh for a few hours, and then, or a couple hours, I don't even know how long, and then we finished playing, I had a shower, I played one round of Apex because Crotus said the word Apex in his video yesterday, and I was like, ooh, it's been a couple of weeks and my PC's fixed. Last time I played Apex, it was running at like 5 frames a second, and it's fixed itself since then. So I wanted to test Apex out again. I played one game, it's running smooth as a freaking dandelion, floating through the wind. And then now I'm here doing this Isaac, so I hadn't had a chance to watch Josh's yesterday. Crotus had a very respectable run. He died on Shoal to one of those stupid chargy little tadpoles with, I nearly said sperm then, tadpoles with the eyeball in it. Very respectable run. Becco and Mark in there as well, and NSL, who died because he's taken an off week this week, so he's deliberately exiting out of the runs early, out of protest maybe, I don't know. For some reason I didn't ask why he was doing that, I just kind of went with it, so he's going to be on the lower side all week. Let's hop into this run. What was my bit about to be? Yeah, I feel like at this point in these episodes, like I worry about what I say in them, about having stuff to talk about, and anecdotes and bits, and, you know, jokes and stuff. I feel like at this point, it's basically like a drinking game, so I'd love to get this Tinted Rock, should I be presented with the opportunity. That'll be very nice to get. I mean, it's basically just the same video, just reworded. Like, dude, this is rough. This is rough. Like, you could probably make a drinking game pretty easily of stuff I say in an episode. Hey, talk about football, both American and the rest of the world football. Hey, he talks about something that happened in the most recent Among Us session. Oh, here he goes. Hey, I talked about Spink. Hey, here's my Oasis reference for the day. Here's my Arctic Monkeys reference for the day. Oh, he mentioned Genshin. Bingo! Full card. So it's the same crap every episode, let's be real. You guys know me, I talk about the same shite. All the time. Talking the same I'm gonna stop myself because that was about to be an Arctic Monkeys reference. Oh, baby! Don't mind if I do. That's a start to the run. That's a start to the run that I'll gladly take. We've been to the item room? Yeah, we full cleared it. Is this one of those stinky no items on the first floor? Is that what's about to happen? Is this about to be a stinky setup run? Look, there you go. There's your drinking game. So let's quickly pivot into some. I haven't gone right. My bad. My apologies. My apologies. But now I've got some stuff. Here's a bit that I wanted to talk about, and I brought this up last night. So Josh and NSL are already privy to this bit, but I want to talk about it a little bit more. So sorry to those two who've already heard this train of thought, which obviously isn't ideal because on a good day, that's half my audience. On a normal day, that's my entire audience. But I want to talk about, isn't it kind of wild that Hangman exists? Right? Like the game where someone will put like the blank spaces of a word and you have to guess the letters, and every time you don't get a letter, you draw a piece of a hanging man, and it's like a wildly popular game to play. It's like the default game to play in a classroom with children when you're trying to like fill some time. And I feel like I just kind of never. I never really thought about how wild that is, and I loved that shit growing up, obviously, because I'm a psychopath. No, but I don't know, I like the word bit, I like guessing, I like trying to guess before everyone else guesses, and then feeling smug about it. I liked drawing the hanged man, because I was a problem child. It was a fun game, dude, and it just, I don't know why that, like, baffled me so much, that it was, like, such a popular game to play in, like, primary school, even, with, like, 9-year-old, and it's like, hey, let's play this fun word game where you've got to guess the random word, and also let's draw like a hanging deceased man hanging from his throat, freshly asphyxiated. You know what I mean? That's freaking wild, dude. That's freaking wild. Also, I was reading about the crucifixion the other day because I haven't been to church since like February, and I was feeling bad about it. So I was reading up. I was doing my homework a little bit to try and fill in the gaps from what 2020 has done to me. And I didn't even realize. I'd never even thought about it, to be fair, and this makes sense. But the freaking crucifixion, man, he didn't bleed out on there. He was essentially asphyxiated on there, because they don't. They put the nails in your hands and your feet. But all of the weight and all of the pressure. No thanks. Hey, it's Bob's black brain, right? Because Crotus has, I don't know what, maybe a chroma key in this video. I think he's working on it. But I just think it's funny. He has like when he picked up Bob's brain on his run yesterday, and he has like a stealth jet brain because for some reason the green doesn't show up. Which honestly, it's kind of sick. It's like a skin for the brain. Oh shit, dude! Hang on, it's fucking Monday. The Europa League draws today. The draw for the Europa League round of 32 take place in Switzerland. Yo, I completely forgot. I just saw a Spurs tweet. There we go. There's talking about Spurs. There's talking about football. Tick that one off the list. I totally forgot that the draw for the knockout stages is today. Yeah, but so the pressure is on the chest and like suffocating basically. So you have to put all of your weight on your arms and your legs to keep yourself up until eventually you physically, because of, you know, holding yourself up by these nails that are going through your wrist, eventually you just get so tired that you just have to collapse onto your chest, and then you just like choke to death basically. You can't breathe. I thought that was fucking wild. I never even really thought about it, to be fair. Like, now that I've heard that's how it works, it makes sense, because I don't think you'd bleed out necessarily from the wrists. I guess you could, but yeah, I don't know. That's wild. Speaking of Hangman, I got subliminally messaged to the other day, subliminally advertised to. Now, I like to think I'm unadvertisable to. I like to think that I'm one of those, and everyone says this, but I like to think that I'm like, dude, I'm one of those people. I'll be like, I don't get adverts. Like, so much like TV and YouTube and stuff. So much of it is like entirely funded by adverts, and I'm like, how do they? So much money gets put into advert. That was poor bomb placement by me there. So much money gets put into advertising. I'm like, how much of the return is there? And obviously the return is there, otherwise it wouldn't exist. But I'm like, I just feel like I've never really like watched an advert and been like, yeah, I should go buy that product right now. Definitely, like, it's worked on me, you know, subliminally, subconsciously, stuff's built up in my mind. But I straight up got advertised to the other day, because there's a song by Dave called Tequila. Not his best song, it's a streaming song, and I say that, Funky Friday was like my third most listened to song in my Wrapped, That song probably doesn't even make it into my top 10 Dave songs. It's a fucking slapper. And it doesn't surprise me at all that it was my third most listened to song this year. But I'm just saying, sometimes songs are just easy to listen to. Tequila's one of those. With my Spanish girl playing FIFA. Mas Tequila, si senorita. In Beverly Hills, might ring Janita. Which is a little bit minkus, because Janita sounds a little bit like Gaita. So it's a little bit too soon. I'm a little bit still a little bit PTSD from the Spurs game yesterday, where Vincent Gaita turned into prime Manuel Neuer at halftime. Not even halftime, it was the whole game. And as someone who's a slut for acrobatic reflex saves, I watched the highlights back and I was pissed that we drew that game because we should have won if it wasn't for the incredible blinder of a performance from Gaita. But at the same time, I was like, man, you've got to appreciate the fucking reflex saves. Oh, dude, I'm a slut for reflex saves, honestly. Because it's the only thing I can do well. That's not true. It's mostly true, though. There you go, talking about football again. Tick it off a second time, do a second shot. Don't, please. You'll be dead by the end of the video. But yeah, dude, I had tequila stuck in my head, and I went, hey, dude, I should buy some tequila. And I don't even like tequila. And part of it was Maria and Joji were talking about tequila in Discord on Friday night. So maybe that was part of why it was seeded into my brain. Part of it was the song was stuck in my head. But I went and bought some tequila, and I didn't know what to do with it, because I don't really like it that much. So I ended up just, play it safe. I've become the Tyrod Taylor of the group. I'm not going to get the crazy wins every day. But, dude, look what happened last week. I literally just played it safe all week and just happened to win. Because everyone else people were just getting not great runs. So the consistency won it for me last week. I did win last week, by the way. I haven't talked about it for a specific reason, but I'm halfway through a bit. So maybe we'll come back to why I'm not talking about the score so much anymore. Yeah, and I just had some freaking... I didn't know what to do with it, so I put it with some spiced rum in some orange juice and made like a slightly more exotic screwball. Screwball? Screwdriver. I don't know why I said screwball. Let's say and a slightly more exotic screwdriver. You know what, though? To be fair, I'd rather have a screwball over a screwdriver basically 10 times out of 10. Obviously right now, because it's 10:15 in the morning. But, dude, honestly, even if I was at a party, I'd probably take the... Yeah, sure, I'll take a look up. Even if I was at a party and someone offered me a screwball... I don't know if you guys have screwballs over in the US, I'd imagine so. Your guys' ice cream vans are wacky. You have all sorts of shit in there, like soda and crisps and, like, all sorts of crazy snacks in yours. Mine's just more, like, out and out. So if anyone doesn't... yeah, you guys probably have screwballs, I'd imagine. But it's just, like, the little plastic, like, cup thing that's like conical, or like it comes to like a round point at the end, and it's just like basically like vanilla soft serve ice cream, and then it's got like either raspberry sauce or oh, I hate the berry hard on that. It's either got raspberry sauce or it's got like this blue sauce, which is probably just blue raspberry now that I think of it. Like drizzled down it, and then at the bottom it has a bubblegum ball at the bottom of it. So after you've eaten the ice cream, you have the bubblegum ball, and it's like 99p. Absolutely love it. And I'd probably take that over the screwdriver, which is orange juice and vodka. I'd probably take that over the screwdriver, to be honest, because they're fucking dope as heck, and I enjoy eating them. If I was at a party, dude, someone was like, "Hey, do you want a screwball?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, dude! I want a screwball. What a bizarre thing to offer at a house party." Or if I was looking through someone's fridge, I don't know if anyone else does this. I do this, and I know it's not my best habit. And I will say, if I'm invited to a party, if like a friend invites me to a house party they're going to, and like I don't know the person, I wouldn't do this, just for the record. However, if I'm at like a friend's house party, I do tend to look through their fridge/cupboards, just because I'm a nosy little shit, basically. But also, I don't know, I like seeing what my friends eat. It's not usually a problem. Sometimes I'll be like, man, why do you have no spices? You've only got cumin? Cumin sucks, dude. Where's your paprika at? Where's your peri-peri? But I don't do that. I don't tend to critique people's. I would never do that. I would never judge people's like cupboards and stuff. Oh, pantries I learnt about thanks to I don't know, someone in the group chat, probably Maria, who told me what a pantry was that you guys have over there. And we probably have them over here, I just don't think we use the word very much. I would never judge someone's pantry. That sounds like a posh word. That sounds like a posh English word. That doesn't sound like an American word to me. Like that to me, if someone said pantry, I'd be like, ooh, he's got a pantry. No, apparently people just have those over there. So that's wild. I mean, it's just a cupboard basically, but you know, you got a word for it. But yeah, so at parties, and it's not like I go there with the intention of, it's not like I pull up to the party and I'm like, oh, you know, how's it going? Someone like introduces me to their mate. Oh yeah, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. Listen, I'm just gotta do something real quick. I'll be back in a second. Then I'm like scurrying off to the kitchen to see what's in the cupboards. If I happen to be in the kitchen, you know, and I'm having a conversation in there, I might just have like I might just start having a little bit of a peek. I might just start having a little bit of a peek. You open the fridge, see what's in there. It's just full of like carling and like juice for mixers, and some idiots put a bottle of vodka in there because they like it cold. And there's never usually anything of note in there, but if I opened it up and there was screwballs in there and someone was like, hey, do you want, you can have one of the screwballs, but I'll make you a screwdriver, but you can only have the screwdriver or the screwball, what do you want? I'd go, and I don't know why anyone would present this ultimatum to me, but I'd go, yeah dude, I'll take the screwball. And actually, there's a similar situation happened at a party once, without the ice cream, unfortunately. Speaking of Hangman. Speaking of Hangman. Just because I don't know where my health is at, I'm not going to risk it. I thought about taking the red ball in the middle, but yeah, just for health purposes, I don't want to risk that one. And then obviously the other two aren't really. What was it? Death's List isn't great, and Mom's Knife isn't great, so I'll leave out on those. Otherwise, I probably would have. Yeah, I maybe would have thought about taking. If I had a little bit more health, or if I at least knew my health, maybe I would have taken the red balls there. But yeah, I didn't really want to. I didn't want to play too risky. With Tyrod Taylor. NFL reference, by the way. What are we missing? An Arctic Monkeys reference, and talking about Spink. We're getting there. You'll get your bingo. Don't worry, it'll happen. Yeah, and I saw some orange juice in the fridge, obviously for mixing purposes, and I was like, dude, I could go for some orange juice right now. Poured myself a glass of orange juice, and then a friend came in, an acquaintance, a friend of a friend. She's mostly just like I'm friendly with her, but she's a friend of my friend who was like roommate of my friend who was hosting the party. So like one of the hosts of the party, but mostly I've never really interacted with her outside of being over at his place. But she came in and she just kind of took the drink out, man, and took a little sip, and she was like, man, that's weak. I was like, what do you mean it's weak? It's orange juice. She was like, you've got nothing in there? I was like, nah, I just wanted some orange juice. She was like, alright. I mean, dude, can't knock it. Later on in the night, as the party was winding down, we were sat next to each other on the couch. I saw her in a cup. She had a cup of orange juice. I was like, you got some orange juice. Good choice, good choice. She was like, yeah, you want a sip? Took the drink, had a sip, and it was like 50% vodka, and I nearly died. And I was like, oh my god, my drink has been spiked. Call the police. 911. As Spink says whenever I say anything slightly suspect. 911. There you go, there's your Spink reference. What are we missing? It's an Arctic Monkey song. And do I wanna know if this feeling flows both ways? Don't think I do. I was sort of hoping that you'd stay. Maybe we both know. The night is made for things that you can't say. Tomorrow day, crawling back to you. Too busy being yours to fall for somebody new. Okay, so we need to pay attention here because I'm taking stupid damage. That was a good night though. I missed everything. Just events, just stuff happening. I do miss house parties. Obviously, that's a uni thing, and uni's just fucking done now, so that's never going to happen again. That was the same night that I gave another friend of ours my jacket because she didn't bring one, and she wore it all night, including multiple cigarette breaks, and then gave it back, and it stunk of smoke. And then I remember sitting in the Uber on the way home, stinking of cigarette smoke, and just being like, I hope we can't smell it, dude. I'm so sorry. This isn't me. This isn't me, dude. I've never smoked anything in my life. I promise this isn't my. It's not even like a bad smell. I know some people hate the smell of cigarettes. It's not like I like it, but I don't think it's that bad. But also, I don't smoke, so I don't really want. I like put it in the wash the next morning. You know what I mean? You know, if a friend needs a jacket, she was cold as shit, dude. Fucking whatever. I'm gonna give my jacket to a cold friend, especially to a girl, because they get cold easy, and that's the gentlemanly thing to do. Right, fellow gentlemen? I don't know where I was going with that bit. I was probably going to get Minkus. If this feeling flows both ways, set to see it go. So I may as well talk about... so I won last week. Yep, just going to get hit there. I won last week. The average for the week. Now, I was going to pog off about it, and I'm not going to lie, I was unsure. I talked about it briefly yesterday, I was unsure if I actually had it or not, and then Josh said that I did have it. And then I asked NSL last night if I had it, and he said yes. Now, typically I would pog up, and I've already said that I'm caring less about the scores for my own sake. Now, I've decided I'm not gonna dwell on it too much. And part of me wants to pog off because it just doesn't. It's like a rare thing to me. But I've sort of come to the realization. The thing is, if I've ever winned, that's not what you're supposed to say there. If I've ever won a week, it means that, I mean, first of all, it means that I want to pog, right? However, if I've ever won a week, it means that most likely both, at least either, but most likely both Josh and NSL have both made mistakes, basically, and have had at least rougher than normal weeks, if not just like rough altogether weeks. So this is Spawny Gurdy, I think, here. I can never tell until he's not shooting me, and then I'm like, oh yeah, he's a little bit darker. Means they've had rough weeks, which means, okay, yeah, I want to pog, but it means that, you know, they've had some slightly rougher weeks, and which means that they're probably going to be good rolls. I haven't missed a devil deal yet, and now I have enough health to feel confident taking one, and it sucks. It means that they're probably going to be a little bit down about it, and I know that's the case, because I know that NSL's been down about it before, and I know that Josh specifically, when I was messaging on Friday to both simultaneously trash talk Josh, but also I put in the chat about I was initially just messaging Maria, but then at the same time I was like, okay, well, whilst I'm atting Maria to begging her to not do the run to let me finish on top, I simultaneously was like, hey, Josh is also reading this, so he can also I'll post the score, and then I can trash talk a little bit too, right? So on Friday, whilst I was doing that, and I was simultaneously asking Maria not to do the run whilst also trash talking Josh was like, he was sad about it because he'd had like 3 bad runs last week, and he was sad about his Isek play for the week. So then I was like, you know, I felt bad about the trash talking then, and if you know me, you know that I'm inclined to trash talk, mostly just because I think it's funny because I'm so bad at every game I play. I just think the bit, if you want to call it that, and I feel like I call everything a bit nowadays, but if you want to call it whatever you want to call it, the little bit that is me being bad at every video game ever, but then trash talking the one time out of 30 that I actually beat my friends, I think it's funny and I think it's lighthearted. But so far, I've done it like 3 times. That's a good item. I've done it like 3 times, and every time it's backfired. I hit NSL with it on Twitter, and he was like, yeah, I've just had like a really shit week, and I was like, shit, I feel bad now. I've hit Maria with it in the chat, and then honestly, she was doing fine. I just went too far, so that was mostly just on me. And then I've hit Josh with it in the chat, and then he's been like, oh yeah, it's just been a really rough week, and I've just been feeling really bad about my Isek play. So every time, in like the month now that we've been doing these, I've finished above Josh and NSL 2 times total, and both times I've gone to brag about it, and they've been having like bad weeks. And I'm like, it just creates this dilemma of being like, oh shit, there's a gap there. That's unfortunate, I didn't see the hole in the ground. It creates this dilemma of being like, okay, the natural thing for me to want to do when I've finished above them, dude, this is rough. This has gotten shaky really quickly. Is to trash talk, or to at least be like a little bit braggy about it. You know, get the bragging rights for the week. Okay, so that was I know that there was good points there. For points that wasn't ideal, but I wanted to try and get a heart out of that situation. Just because this is a big room, and I'm just going to use the hangman again. Maybe I could have saved it for somewhere where it would get me points, but I'll take it here. Some tricky enemies in this, with the way the room was laid out. It creates this dilemma of being like, so if I've won, that I want to celebrate it, right? And I also maybe want to kind of get involved in the BM as kind of part of the competition. But then at the same time, if I have won, it probably means Why do I keep thinking that vision items are going to cancel out the question mark, and they just never do? It means that my friends have probably had a rough week, because I'm never going to beat them on my own merit, just because we're not at the same level. So it means that they've probably slipped up, and if they've slipped up, they're going to be sad. So it just creates this dilemma of like not wanting to make my friends sad in any capacity, or not wanting to contribute to that. Got an email here. Let's just have a little browse. I made a Redbubble sale. 48 pence in the bank, baby. Oop, the game didn't pause, or maybe it did. Can I just press spacebar before I look back up? 48 pence in the bank. You love to see it. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I figured, you know what, it's probably just for the best for everyone. I've already stopped caring about scores for my own sake, so maybe I should stop caring about the comparisons. I'm like, you know what, it's an off-season week anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna bring it up, and I figure, you know, if we have a competition week, if we have an on week, we'll all be like in the headspace, in the mindset to be ready to, like, you know, be part of the competition and to be part of the festivities that come along with that. A little bit of BMing, a little bit of trash talking. We can go with the flow then, and people will be like ready to take it and go along with it, because it's a 1 week thing and we're all like in on it and stuff. But I figured for the off-season competitions, we're doing this for fun. We're all doing this for fun. We're all doing this for you know, a little bit of distraction, a little bit of an escape to just like have a little bit of fun with some Isaac, you know, the people that are recording to just like just talk about whatever they want to talk about. If you got a topic, you got an anecdote to share about something that's happened in your week, or if you just got a topic you want to talk about, or alternatively, so you just want to play the game and just see where it takes you. We're all here to have fun, so I feel like it just like the competition's still there. Obviously, it's being tracked, and there's still going to be a winner every week. But I feel like I feel like it serves everyone better, at least from my perspective and where I'm sitting right now. And people can tell me if they feel otherwise. If you guys are watching this like now, being like, no, dude, bring the trash talking on, then I don't know, maybe I'll bring it back. But for the most part, I feel like it serves everyone better to just, we're here for a good time, not a long time, you know. But also the long time bit isn't really relevant. I'm mostly talking about we're here for a good time. Because that was just like a net worse. Oh, and this brings us back round. Never mind, we haven't done this room. I don't know why I thought we'd done this room. Did we have one of these R-shaped rooms maybe on the last floor? Probably, that's probably what it was. Or maybe we had another one on this floor, potentially. Because that's not great, but points are points. So yeah, so that's kind of my stance on it, and that's why I was like... So for me to win a week is fucking insane. For me to beat NSL and Josh on one day, which happened on Friday, as I said, was just like incredible. Like, that's so beyond me in terms of like the rift between us and stuff, and I was so pogged out of my mind for that, which is why I went into the chat and was piping up over it in front of everyone. Just because. Yep. Okay, well, we'll take this, and I'm sure there's a half hour there around somewhere on the way. I'm sure there's a half hour we can pick up somewhere on the way back, right? But now that the week's happened, and as much as I am happy that I won this week, because like I never would have seen me winning even 1 week when we started this, and it genuinely is such, like, I'm proud of my performance, and I'm happy that I won. I just feel like it serves everyone better to just keep it on the DL and just be like, you know what, I'm glad that I won, I'm happy, but I hope everyone has a great week this week, and I hope everyone wins their runs. And everyone finishes happy, and you know, wherever we end up. We all had a bit of a rough one yesterday, just because by virtue of the fact that even beating the run, which only one of us managed to do, he still finished, what, 2300? Okay, I hit spacebar by accident there, so in case anyone was wondering what that play was intended to be, unintentional is the real answer there. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with that right now. So if anyone was wondering why, or you know, if anyone knew that I'd won last week and is wondering why I wasn't, you know, if they were like, oh, this is unlike Reese to not be playing this up to the highest degree. Yeah, that's why. That's why. Reese did. Okay, I can't read that out because it's Secret Santa spoilers. It was just funny. They're asking. It was just an Amazon one asking to review an item that I got, but it was just funny that it was the specific item. Doesn't sound like the sort of item that I would buy for myself. So it was just funny that it said, Reese, did insert item here live up to your expectations or whatever it said. I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, as far as they could. I'll let y'all get back to you when they're with the person that they're going to. Which could be anyone. Anyway, I'm still waiting for one last parcel, so that's exciting. Actually, it's not a parcel per se, it's something else. But I'm gonna do this run, and then after this run, my hair feels dry now, so I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna go and get my hair cut. I'm gonna go get some food while I'm out. I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna wait for this last thing to come. And if it comes, maybe I can hit the post office up and see what the post office gang have to say about this. So that should be fun. In case anyone was wondering, this ongoing Secret Santa saga. Today could be the day, dude. Or maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow at the latest. Because there's now 9 business days until Christmas, and it takes 5 to 7 to ship. So I want to get as many of those as possible. So I mean today ideally, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna arrive before Christmas. So I'm sad about it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it. Just a bit of a tricky room. Just a bit of a tricky room is that one. Just a little bit of a tricky room. We have a lot of bombs here, so I'm going to bomb this one. We'll see what comes out of it. Can we get a blackout? A little bit of a blackout. Then we get a host. Okay. What are we missing from bingo? Do I need to sing Oasis at some point? Dude, I haven't listened to it for like a week. Oh, that's not true. Don't Come Back Out. It came on the radio last night. Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? There you go. Anyway, so just to tick off the bingo. What else? Genshin? Have I talked about Genshin yet? Oh, we played it last night. That was fun. There you go. Talked about Genshin. What else do I talk about every episode? You said that you'd never be. See? See all the things you. Why am I like black? I know I'm like very tired right now. So I start a revolution from my bed. Donkey, donkey, donk, donkey, 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 donk. And she said the brains I had went to my head. You can tell I've run out of things to say. Step inside, 'cause summertime's in bloom. Take that look from off your face. 'Cause focus, focus, focus. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as she's walking on by. Anyway, you get it. I'm so sad to say, but don't look back in anger, I heard you say. Can't wait for Maria's Wonderwall harp cover that she promised to do. At some point. Out of the kindness of her heart, and also for $50. What? So I started a revolution from my bed. The hell? Did anyone else did that just glitch visually for everyone else, or am I just like hallucinating again? That tripped out for everyone else for a second there, right? I was so focused on like Wonderwall Harp Edition for a second there. You guys listen to any Oasis yet? Have I convinced anyone to listen to any Oasis yet? I got to Maria in a Discord call when she was like, you know what, there's no one else here, let me play some Oasis. And I heard her say, Alexa, play Oasis. And then I heard nothing of what it played because it was just cutting in and out constantly. I didn't hear a single word of it. And then she made it stop and was like, yeah, I didn't like that. And I was like, I can't really, like, I don't know what, like, I couldn't hear like a single word of any of it. So I don't know what it played. So that like I don't know how that went, but I appreciate it, dude. She did it. She said she said Alexa Alexa play Oasis. Did I get anyone? I don't have an Alexa. I have a Nest that's never plugged in, and I have my phone. Hey, I wonder if that'll work. Hey Google, play Oasis. I felt it vibrate. YouTube? not Stadia, Minkus. Jacob, close your ears. Close your ears. Stadia, no. We don't talk about that here. You know what's funny though, because I don't use Reddit very often. I guess when I clicked on that post sorry, NSL, the pivot between being online and in videos and casual conversations. Not so livid, because he tweeted out the Reddit post that they posted him in. I guess Reddit was like, oh, he opened r/Stadia, quick, keep him on. So for like 3 days, I got like 2 notifications a day that were like, hey, here's a cool post from r/Stadia you might like. I must have got like 6 notifications from things from r/Stadia, which is funny. Dude, fuck Stadians, man. Tearing apart my Jacob, one of my bestest friends in the whole entire world, and you're gonna bully him because he didn't like your stupid controller. He didn't even dislike it that much. I'm pretty sure he said it was fine. I'm pretty sure he's used it since. It chose Don't Look Back in Anger. Of course it did, because I was just singing it and it listened to me. What mix did it have? Don't Look Back in Anger, Champagne Supernova, Slide Away, Talk Tonight, Wonderwall. So Wonderwall was 5th. So before Wonderwall in the playlist, it picked Slide Away, Champagne Supernova, and Talk Tonight, which are, in my opinion, are all better songs than Oasis. Than Oasis than Wonderwall. So for all that people talk about Wonderwall, so there you go. So if anyone out there wanted to tell YouTube to play some random Oasis songs, maybe I do need to have more faith in them. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, people just say play Oasis, it's just going to play Wonderwall, right? But dude, Slide Away. Let me be the one that shines with you in the morning. We don't know what to do. 2 of a kind. We'll make it someday so we can slide away. And then Talk Tonight. I've sung that in videos before. I wanna talk tonight. Little acoustic piece about how you until the morning light. Champagne Supernova's a 10 out of 10. Champagne Supernova's the one that all the hip-hop heads react to, and people pog off for it. Faster than a cannonball, where were you while we were getting high? Dunka, 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 someday you will find me caught beneath a landslide. Dude, you regretted me making the... Yeah, he plays bingo now. Have a champagne supernova in the sky. And Wonderwall at 5, that's fine. Dude, Wonderwall is a fucking great song, and I will never say otherwise. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. After all, you're my Wonderwall. There's another Spink reference for you. What? I hate this room. Fuck this room. I hate these enemies. I hate these enemies. What else have we got? What's after Wonder? I'm just wondering how far with the Oasis it goes until it pivots into like similar bands. Because what was I listening to when it played Don't Look Back in Anger? I was listening to Direct Hits, which is The Killers' greatest hits. Greatest hits of The Killers. And then when it got to the end of it, it went... No, that's a lie. I was listening to Pieces Radio. Or was I listening to Greatest Hits? I did listen to Direct Hits last night. I did also listen to Don't Look Back in Anger. I did listen to Pieces. It's happened again. I've already forgotten how that song goes. We were talking about Sum 41 last night, and I asked NSL what his favourite Sum 41... Did he have a favourite Sum 41 song? And he was like, I couldn't name one, and I was like, I can only name 4. And I was like, Pieces, Spotify just played Pieces for me, and I was like, yeah, this one's okay. However, I listened to it 15 minutes ago, and I couldn't recite lyrics to you right now. Okay, so we're lagging our asses off here. That's not great. So we're very much lagging our asses off here. The frame rate is not looking so hot right now, so I'm just going to pretend this isn't happening. I was like, yeah, I would recite some lyrics to you right now, but I listened to it 15 minutes ago and I don't remember a single line. So we listened to it together on Spotify. We concluded that it's okay and that it sounds like fake Green Day, basically. But yeah, so I listened to that song twice last night, and I've already I can't remember how it goes. I can't summon a line of that song into my brain right now. But I know I'm fat lip, storming through the party like my name was El Nino. Now I'm hanging out, drinking in the back of an El Camino. As a kid, was a skid, no one knew my name. Trashed my own house parties because nobody came. So I don't know the lyrics past that point. I don't want to waste my time becoming another casualty of society. I'll never fall in line. You know that one? And then they have in too deep. Like I'm trying to keep up above. In my head. But instead I'm going under. And then why am I still waiting for this world to stop hating? Is that the line? Is that really the line? That can't be the line. Has that been the line this whole time? I feel like it's something else and I've just misheard it. But I think he says, why am I still waiting? No, there's no way for this world to stop hating is the line. Because if it is, I'm so going to use that as a meme at some point. I'm definitely going to do that genius thing where people have like the image of of like a line from the song with the artist in the background and people use them sometimes. I'm definitely going to use that line next time like someone bullies me in the group chat. And I'm going to pull that one out and it's going to be fucking hilarious. To me only. Next time Maria's being rude. I'm going to pull that one out and I'm going to laugh. And anyone who saw this video is going to be like, yep, he did it. Stand by me, 6. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Donkey, 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 donk. Stand by me. Dude, this frame rate, what's going on, man? Whatever. All around the world, live forever. That's a top 3 Oasis song. Dude, it's not. It's my whole PC. My mouse cursor. Okay, better. My mouse cursor was a slideshow. Okay, I'm hitting spacebar to resume the game, if you don't mind. Okay, I don't know what's happening. We're going to have to just play the rest of the run out like this. I don't know if I need to restart my PC right now. Unfortunately, I can't do that until the run's over, because otherwise it'll... Like, I can't end the run. This will be my score. You and I, you know we're gonna live forever. You absolute moron, dude. You teleported out of this room because you didn't want to do it. Why walk back into the room, you stupid idiot? That right there rivals yesterday when I was in that room saying, okay, so I'm just doing the room so I can get a charge for the nail so I can have the damage for the boss. And then I got my charge and immediately used it without going into the boss. Okay, so I really would like some health here. Little by little. Little by little. That one? That's a good one. It's a pretty mainstream one. Do you know what I mean? Rock and roll star. I wanna roll with it. Roll with it's on there. There's a lot of mainstream ones in there, I will say that much. Stop crying your heart out, cast no shadow. And when he's faced the sun, he cast no shadow. That's a good one. That's like late Oasis. That's new school Oasis. Anyway, so we died there. You're saved from these terrible Oasis. She's electric from a family full of eccentrics. Trending on our soccer, Benteke and Son taking a knee. So that's our game. I didn't even notice. I did miss the first 5 minutes. Benteke and Son taking it. They fucking started. Okay, I see what happened. Oh, I love Sonny. So in football, when we've been doing it for about a year now, or for most of 2020, so they blow the whistle to kick off, right? But what they've been doing is they blow the whistle, the players take a knee for like 10 seconds, and then they blow the whistle again, and then the game starts. Way back when it first started, there was a moment when one of the players wasn't used to it. He blew the whistle, and like everyone on the pitch took the knee except for one player who started running up the wing, and then realised and was like, "Oh shit!" and just took the knee. Apparently, one of the Sonny, one of the Spurs players, and Christian Benteke, one of the Palace players, yesterday, when they blew the whistle, did the same thing by accident. They both ran at each other, and then realised everyone was taking the knee, and then stopped. Which it was funny when it happened when Mane did it, because it was a new thing. But it's funny that we've been doing this for every game for like 8 months now, and I don't know why they both ran. But yeah, okay, I don't know, that's funny. I missed kickoff yesterday because I was having a nap and I missed the first 10 minutes. So straight up, this is terrible. This is gonna be like probably around where we were yesterday, 3,300. Yeah, so this is a rough start to the week. However, I've got to say, I had a rough start to the week last week. My Sunday and Monday runs were really bad, and then Tuesdays when I started just rolling with it as Oasis would want me to do. So this is straight up. This is a rough one. This is going to be a bad week if I keep going like this. Yeah, this is going to finish, if I were to guess, 20... I'm going to go 2,800. So yeah, the lag very much. I'm not trying to use this as an excuse, but it did throw me off for that last floor or so. Trying to sing Oasis songs wasn't great, but I had a good time, and that's what matters the most. Like I said, that run, bad score. But do I care? I don't care. I don't care. I had a good time. So yeah, so 30Ks. So I don't think there was much of a path to break off here. So yeah, a lot of people put in the 26K. So I'd imagine that was beating the run plus boss rush and hush. I don't think, it doesn't look like many people, you know, were pulling off like Mega Zanes here. Again, the run's only 47 minutes in, so who knows? But that one's gonna go under the ones to forget. I felt like that was a good episode though. To be fair, I'm happy with that episode. But the run itself is definitely going to be filed under the runs to forget. And I finished second. I doubt I'll finish second today. Let me put it that way. I definitely feel like I'm going to be lower down compared to everyone else today. I'll beat NSL though, because he's doing kamikaze runs all week, so that'll be nice. So there you go, NSL. If that makes you feel any better about your week, you're gonna make me feel better not being at the bottom, which I appreciate. Anyway, yeah, bit of a stinker, but it was what it was. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you have like I said, hope you have a wonderful Monday. This one will probably go up. I'm gonna go now, and then depending on if I have to frantically shove stuff in a box and go back to the post office, maybe it'll be delayed. But if I don't have to do that, then you know, if I'm still waiting for my parcel, then I'll probably be home. Maybe like an hour. This will probably be up in a couple hours. So this will probably be up quite early today. Or maybe I'll wait. So I don't know. Sometimes I wait. I don't know when it's going to go up. My point is, whenever this goes up, I hope you have had a great Monday. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching, and I will see everyone in hopefully tomorrow's episode. Okay, later guys. Bonk.